Sean tweeted, I think we all knew this, but this article is from just a couple days ago. So let's see. 8 years after leaking thousands of classified documents, Chelsea Manning is running for U.S. Senate in Maryland. We knew that for a while now. Okay, here we go. There's a disclaimer with it. That's why Sean sent it in. I was going to say, this isn't breaking news. We knew Chelsea Manning's been running for a while. I should probably follow my own instructions and read the disclaimers people send me. Sorry about that, Sean. All right, so Sean says, this article is, unfortunately, very dismissive of her. Okay, so let's take that as a disclaimer article. That's what I'm going to do. From now on, whenever, you know how I say, I retweet the Get Your News On with Ron articles, but you guys send me articles for different reasons. And sometimes you send me something because it's intentionally shitty. Or, well, the article's not intentionally shitty. You find it shitty and you want us to talk about how it's shitty, which I have a lot of fun with that. But then when I retweet it, sometimes people that don't know what the show is, they get very confused. Especially people that don't know how to think beyond an A or B dichotomy, that they don't know what to make of somebody like me because I'm a comedian and I call out corruption where I see it, which means I don't give a shit whether you have an R or a D or whatever else next to your name. If I see bullshit, I'm going to talk about it. That's what I do. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be a comedian. I would be a cheerleader. I don't want to be a cheerleader. I have no interest in being a cheerleader. If I start becoming a cheerleader, you guys should tell me, because I'll fucking quit. Anyway, sorry, it's just people that, well, I saw you making fun of Trump, so you must love the Democrats, right? No, that's not how it works. Oh, I don't understand this. This is beyond. Well, then don't follow me, because disclaimer article. Anyway, I'm going to start saying disclaimer article. Yeah. So disclaimer article. So that's how people, yeah, that's how people know. All right. So 8 years after leaking thousands of classified documents, 8 years after exposing corruption that needed to be exposed and putting her life on the line to do so and then getting tortured, Chelsea Manning is running for U.S. Senate in Maryland. I just fixed their headline for them. You're welcome, Baltimore Sun. You can send the royalty checks to me here in California. You know, and on second thought, let's cut the snail mail out of this. Just PayPal me. PayPal me, some royalties for fixing your headline for you. I know royalties don't really apply in news articles, but you guys see the point I'm trying to make. 8 years after leaking thousands of classified documents, Chelsea Manning is running for U.S. Senate in Maryland. That's their shitty headline. Here's our correct headline. 8 years after putting her life on the line by exposing corruption that needed to be exposed and then getting tortured because of it unjustly, to the point where the Obama administration took down the part on their website where they said they were going to be a little more reasonable with whistleblowers because they weren't. Chelsea Manning is running for U.S. Senate in Maryland. When Chelsea Manning leaked hundreds of thousands of military and diplomatic documents to the anti-secrecy site WikiLeaks 8 years ago, here, let's fix that one. When Chelsea Manning leaked hundreds of thousands of documents exposing corruption to WikiLeaks, another website committed to exposing corruption that, as of right now, has never had to retract anything, she said she hoped the decision would provoke a debate about U.S. foreign policy. Now the 30-year-old transgender woman running for the Democratic nomination for the U.S. Senate in Maryland says there is another urgent discussion voters must face, how a burgeoning military apparatus is gradually creeping into domestic life in places like Baltimore. Many of the weapons we were using in Iraq and Afghanistan have found their way to our streets, and many people who are veterans and have military training are bringing this military training to police forces. Manning's celebrity has the potential to reshape the Senate race. I hope so. I hope so. I can't stand watching these campaigns ads, she said. We don't need these old media methods. And I'm with her. Have you guys seen Chelsea Manning's first video? It is badass. It's a badass video. It's a pretty cool video. He's old hat, Manning said of her opponent, who is 74. He's kept this establishment going. So now it goes on to give a little history on Chelsea Manning. Yeah, I agree. This is a very kind of dismissive article of her, but she's got to buckle in for that. That's what she's going to get. not even just from the right wing. She's going to get that from the left too. She's going to get that from the right and the left. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.